This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, February 11th. I'm here with Al, Brandon, Lindsay. I am Tori. Let's get right to it. You have got to see these shocking new documents. They are just released in the college admissions scandal. Prosecutors say it's Lori Loughlin's daughter's fake athletic profile. The profile lists Olivia Jade's athletic skills as a coxswain. So that's the person on board a crew boat that guides the vessel, usually shouting.
Different from the coccyx.
That's exactly right. Apparently her fake...
Vestigial tailbone.
That's your tailbone, the coccyx.
Well, we've lost it.
Yes.
It's gone away.
It's gone away. Okay. Apparently, her fake skill set includes awareness, organization, direction, and steering. It also says she won two gold medals in the San Diego Crew Classic in 2014 and 2016. But prosecutors say it's all false. She didn't participate at all in these events, and it was used to fraudulently gain admission as a fake athletic recruit into USC. So how are we looking now?
I saw this. I looked at her resume and I was like, my self-esteem was so low at 20, I wouldn't have even put gold medals. I would have still had like a couple sixth-place finishes just to like say I was there, but like, I didn't shine. What do you guys think?
Who cares?
What?
Because all this means is that the university is more culpable than what we originally thought. Now, keep in mind, this is an organization that's in disarray. Multiple coaches have been fired. The athletic director, associate athletic director has been fired. So if you had this sixth-place ribbon resume thing that you're talking about, Al, there is a liaison between the coaches and the
Brandon, I would say somebody that was qualified to be a coxswain that didn't get into USC cares.
I would say
her family cares.
Okay.
As somebody that's paying for private volleyball lessons for my daughter so she gets a scholarship, you better be damn sure I care.
And the only qualifying thing this girl has is that she's a makeup influencer on Instagram. She literally has done nothing. So to every college athlete, and you know all about that, this is so disrespectful. Like, people sacrifice a lot of events, a lot of family events, a lot of their childhood time, money, everything to get into a college program.
It's disrespectful because I know my university has been compromised.
You don't think it's so? You're saying
everything that takes money in.
You're saying if I'm a bank
subject
robber,
to be compromised.
If I'm a bank robber and rob the bank, it's not my fault. It's the bank for not kind of figuring that out.
You should have better security.
No, look, I'm gonna say this, and Lindsay, I'm gonna come at you a little bit with this. You say she's done nothing. She had 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube. That's more than any. If you could graduate college and they were like, instead of a degree, we're gonna give you 1 million subscribers on YouTube. That's much more valuable.
And I don't mean
much
to
more
devalue. I have
valuable.
friends that are influencers. I don't mean anything by that. I'm saying about the sport specifically.
Yes.
She has done nothing to achieve those accolades.
She took a picture in a fake rowing machine.
So
let's
you're
be honest.
disrespecting people who give time and money and all their effort. Like, it also helps when you have a rich and famous mother and father that will help you get those YouTube followers.
Why
so she's literally
that's
very little to gain that.
Let's be honest.
You guys going to YouTube.
I agree with you on that.
We're talking about, are they going to get locked up? Right now, what I just said is just had some sort of burden of reasonable doubt. It's going to get them off because the university.
It's not reasonable.
All three of us we disagree with you, but we want to know what you think. So please let us know about that. This next viral video is.
I like your hair today.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it look like Rachel McAdams from The Notebook?
I'm a black man. How did I know that? She walked in here right now and shot me. I would know she would.
Yes, you would. Come on.
I send you letters every day.
Classic. You need to know that.
Right.
Stop it.
Why do I need to know that?
Can we
That
stop
is
and
an
move
iconic film.
The next viral video is a bit hard to watch. It's a little graphic, so this is a warning to our viewers. I'm being serious here. It does show a female dancer at a Texas adult entertainment club falling down a 15-foot pole onto the dance floor. Now, after the fall, the woman continues to twerk. although we can't show that portion. The dancer Janae Sky says that she fractured her jaw, sprained her ankle, cracked some teeth. She posted the picture after surgery. She had to have her jaw wired shut. Now, according to reports, the club says that it was an accident, but because she's not a full-time employee, she can't get any workers' comp. So I have Janae's GoFundMe right now. She needs $31,000. She has about 1,473 people have donated, but you can go look it up, Janae's GoFundMe. We have it right here on this screen.
Well, she surpassed her goal. She wanted 20 grand. She got 31 already. So
that's right.
A lot of people have her back, you know, in this situation. I think it's really hard. I mean, as much as we kind of are making light of the situation, a lot of people online were anyway, you know, to be up on a 20-foot pole and spin down. We saw J-Lo do it in Hustlers, and it was acrobatic. And for her, it's like, you know, more of everybody's like, what went wrong? But
are we pushing our entertainers too far, though?
Tori, I think, Lindsay, you said that a lot of people have her back, and my argument is they shouldn't have to.
Oh, God.
We always do these stories, and this is interesting because it's a strip club, and that tantalizes people. But is this where we are, Brandon? Where if you get hurt, if your kid is sick, you got to hope the public funds you, basically put out a gigantic electronic tin cup and hope people drop some change in it?
That's why.
Why don't we fix our healthcare system so that if people do get hurt, whether you're a part-time employee or not, that if you have a fractured jaw and your jaw's wired shut, if she did not have this could financially bankrupt her.
I get what you're saying, Al, but no one told her she had to be a stripper. She could have went and got a job.
She could have done that same thing, practicing aerial whatever Tori did.
But then she could have had a regular 9 to 5 that had health insurance as well. That would have
Brandon,
covered that.
you don't have a regular 9 to 5. How are you supposed to tell her to do that? You followed your dreams and played football.
I know, but I played football, but I was insured. If something happened to me, that
so
when
you
you were
got lucky.
training.
A lot of people work many jobs and are not insured. She worked part-time.
I would say most people, like if you drive Uber, you're not insured, I don't think.
I think it does bring up the conversation of healthcare because this person was doing something for the club in a very acrobatic way, fell, and there's nothing to help her.
She was
The club's
entertaining people.
Right.
We are so hung up on sex that we're like, well, if she was a saxophonist and something happened and it broke in her mouth and damaged her jaw the same way, we would be having the same thing where it's like, oh, GoFundMe. That shouldn't be. It's like. It's the same with Breaking Bad. Everybody's like so worried about selling meth. It's like, no, he couldn't pay for his cancer.
Yeah.
That's the story. It's not the fact that he sold drugs. We're missing the point.
I agree.
But people are going to say there's a difference between playing the saxophone and stripping.
Well, that's a moral
Both people
issue.
show up to be
That's a moral
entertained.
issue.
Both people show up to be entertained.
That's true. Now, moving on, this controversial ad for a company that sells personal care products for new moms was rejected by the Oscars. This is going crazy. The company is called Frida Mom. It says its ad is not violent, political, or sexual in nature, and it deserves to be seen. So we at DBL want to show you a portion because we believe in this, but again, we do want to warn our viewers, some may consider this, not me, but some, a little graphic. Let's take a look. So Frida Mom hopes its message, honestly portraying what new moms can expect after giving birth, will go viral. And to that end, new mom Ashley Graham posted this to Instagram, showing her post-baby body while wearing disposable underwear, saying, quote, "No one talks about the recovery and healing. Yes, even the messy parts new moms go through. It's been tough." She's wearing, of course, disposable underwear right in that picture. How puritanical are we? I didn't know what happened to a woman's body. Sam Shocker and Jordan had to teach me. How come I'm not learning that, but I'm learning all about Viagra?
Well, I have a sister that just had a baby 4 months ago, and I didn't know that any of this stuff happens after pregnancy. I think it's something that we don't talk about. She always tells me like she's doing fine, and I'm sure she is doing fine, but I think across the world we make it uncomfortable for women to just say how they're feeling. So like on Instagram, for example, all we see is new moms, every celebrity new mom, and everyone else with their babies looking all cute, matching outfits, but you don't know what happened to lead up to that picture.
Right, and why
all the days in between.
Why not have this ad? Like, what are the Oscars thinking?
I think they're thinking that our job is to entertain the American public. That's their job, and they're like, our viewers are not going to dig this. Yeah. That's what they're thinking.
They don't have new moms as viewers?
I don't blame the Oscars. I blame us. The Oscars are just a vessel to entertain us, to sell us stuff. Yep. That's all it is. If people wanted to if you put a ceiling fan on this table and it got better ratings than us, guess what would be on here tomorrow? It's not about the Oscars.
Oscars'
It's
fault.
about, it is not the Oscars just put on stuff.
Al, they open or shut the door to allow for this conversation, and they shut it fully in the face of all new moms.
They
Why?
shut it because they did market research, Tori, and their viewers don't want to see that, Tori.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you
maybe
think the
they
Oscars just walked around and just like, we're just going to pick commercials out of a hat? Which one? No, they did research.
I get that, but you don't think they should push the envelope like Nike, like Gillette? They would have been applauded on this show.
The Oscars are dealing with falling ratings.
And when you're talking
And what
about,
did they do? They got the lowest ever.
But when you're talking about Nike and Gillette, they're not that graphic. You know, when you're talking about IBS or you're talking about condoms or preparation.
You're saying it's graphic. I'm saying it's
Or
natural.
depends. Yeah, you're right.
Preparation, they're not showing all that extraness. And I'm not trying to mansplain here. I'm just saying that's what people are saying online.
I know.
So,
And I don't
As a
think you're
woman-
I think you're explaining about what happens to human beings. So we are going to have to wear diapers at some point. We are going to need maxi pads.
But
so
as
I
a
do
woman,
agree.
Al, I would have liked to know that. I'm an educated woman. I didn't know that.
yeah.
It's embarrassing. Well, DBL is coming up. Our Commit to Be Fit viewer Matthew finds a new fitness passion, but does he have the right gear to keep it going? You, the viewer, you're our fifth host. A mom is being shamed online for being pregnant with baby number 5. But does having a lot of kids make her a bad parent? And what about race? Does that play a role? Your comments coming up next.
What a good-looking family.
Beautiful family.
This February, ask the one you love to be mine and get away to a Sandals Resorts luxury included Caribbean vacation. Watch Daily Blast Live every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night romantic escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL February 26th. What better way to say be mine?
Hello, DBL Nation. It's Kelly Schubert here with the DBL Digital Team. Here I am. I'm gonna follow the camera wherever it goes. Am I here? Can you guys see me? Hi. Is this thing on? Hi, guys. It's Kelly Schubert here with the DBL Digital Team. Let's go continue the conversation on that ad. I have some thoughts on it. So, Tori, I definitely have some thoughts on that ad, too. My sister just had a baby, and she has talked about this kind of stuff nonstop because she wants me to know what it's going to be like. And I had no idea, just like you. No idea.
What's the comic say? If tampons were needed for men, no, birth control was needed for men, it'd be in taco and Dorito flavor. And it'd be free at every place because guys need
you don't
it.
hear about what happens in birthing. Like I talked to
This
my
is
cousin
so
about
normal.
it,
What's
and she
on
went
that
into
video
detail,
is
right?
100%
About
normal.
my cousin went into detail about what happens actually when you deliver,
Yep.
like all the different things that can happen.
yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Kelly, I have a question for y'all.
you know, just like
IBS.
It's not like
IBS is normal. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from people online. IBS is normal,
Yeah.
but they're not showing people in pads and sitting down on the.
defecating is a little bit different.
I also think it's a
Well,
moral thing.
IBS is just stomach pain, like
Yeah.
a lot of times, and there's IBS. I just saw this IBS.
We don't show poop on TV ever, though. Like, that's a rule. You don't show poop on TV.
Yeah.
And we didn't show, there is a part that shows a little more graphic on that, and we didn't show that part.
You need an ad like that though to go
So
viral.
if we didn't show it, why did
bears.
There's like a stigma. Why is there a stigma around a woman having to wear a diaper after she has a baby? That's normal.
If we didn't show it, then why would the Oscars show it?
But could they tell her to?
Okay, so here's the thing. Does it have to be on the Oscars? No. But what if it's on just normal during the day?
We
Like,
didn't show, yeah, but that was our own taste level. If I were in charge, I would have shown the whole thing.
Well,
That's
that
up to
was a
lawyers and
clearance,
other
yeah.
This is daytime TV, so the
I have natural taste.
It is a little different on daytime TV. I agree with you, Al. Yeah.
No, that's a great question though.
I feel like we should Google the most risque commercial, and it probably gets really hectic. I'm sorry. I feel
I
like
was on fire this
How do
morning.
they how do they sell Trojans? They're like kind of like funny.
They're in a car.
They're almost like Arm & Hammer deodorants, kind of irreverent and goofy and silly.
Yeah, I would
They're not like they don't.
Yeah.
They
Like
don't.
Old Spice.
I mean, but also,
Yeah,
guys,
like Old Spice,
Let
that's
me
what
ask you
I'm
something.
trying to
Oscars
say.
was all about what?
Yeah.
Inclusivity. Are new moms not part of that?
And aren't a
so
lot of
normal.
Why
I
is
don't
that
know
not a
about
problem?
this.
moms watching the Oscars?
Yes.
That's
I don't get
Let me
that.
tell you who's not watching the Oscars, okay? Because everybody want to know who wasn't.
Yeah.
I was not watching the Oscars, and everybody that know that was black was not watching.
Welcome to DBL. It's time for Fifth Host, and a picture-perfect family is getting slammed online for having too many kids. The Lewises shared news of baby number 5 on their very popular social media account. Despite a ton of likes, they're also getting slammed with words like, quote, birth control and, quote, welfare. Well, the mom is
Yeah, that
clapping
looks like
back.
a welfare
Yeah,
family.
right? They look adorable. The mom is clapping back, calling the haters straight up racist. DBL Nation, this is such a good, nuanced conversation we want to have. Can you have too many kids? But more importantly, does race play a part in the observation of that? Go ahead, Lindsay.
Okay, Sabrina from Facebook says, I really disagree with this being about race. My family is white, and anyone with more than 3 kids these days will have to deal with this. And listen, I think that people are always mommy shaming or pregnancy shaming, whatever you call it. And I just think if it's not your baby, then you need to stop worrying about it. I think it makes women in the most proud and excited time of their life feel very uncomfortable, especially when they're getting all these unsolicited notes. So keep your comments to yourself.
Ooh, okay.
Clear cut.
John from, that's a cool name. John from Facebook says, but shows like 19 Kids and Counting are worshipped by people. I think I know the word to describe those who criticize this family. Could start with a R and rhymes with acist. I look at it, I think it's a classism thing. Racism is definitely involved because of the historical context of black families having a lot of babies. But at the same time, it's a classism because my father, who has 7 children, posted a picture of all of us. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, you have a beautiful family, but we're talking about a millionaire here in that category.
That's a good point. Is it a class issue?
You talking about your dad's finances on TV? The government
can I
is
get
listening.
Tax marks.
Your dad makes $20 a year.
You know what? You're right.
There it is.
And I also think
What did Lil Wayne say? What money?
people are less likely to say something, in my opinion, to a man than a woman about
I agree.
them and their babies.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Al, go ahead.
All right. Melissa from Facebook says 5 kids isn't that large in my opinion. If you can afford it, more power to you. But yes, there is a double standard for sure. Melissa, obviously, there's a double standard. And, you know, like could you imagine walking into somebody's house, somebody's office and saying, I want to pitch a show. It's about a Hispanic woman that's got 19
Yeah,
kids.
you're
Or
right.
a black kid. That would never happen. The 19 Kids and Counting, now their kids have spin-off shows. So how'd that happen? I think we know that we have a way to label everything. When you have a lot of kids and you're black, you're called a welfare mom. When you're white, you're called a nice Irish Catholic family.
Wow, that was very well said. Ima,
Tori.
you're welcome.
Wow,
Positive
complimenting each
information.
other.
All right. That should be on
February.
a pillow in my house.
Ima from Facebook says, I'm one of 9. When there is love and order in the household, money is not too much of an issue. All of 9 of us turned out just fine. I gotta be honest, I think this is a lens issue. Is this my camera or this my camera? This guy. Hey, I just want to say, honestly, you're looking through a lens, and whether you call that racist or classist, it is a prejudice.
A lot of things have to do
you know
with
what
class
I mean?
more than race.
Exactly.
I would like to know the race of Ima. 9 kids. Can you please write
Please write us
Ima?
in. That's
Please.
great. Coming up in DBL, thank you for writing in. We're checking in with our Commit to Be Fit viewer, Matthew, and surprising him with a little gift to keep him on track. You don't want to miss it. Coming up next.
It's only a minute.
Okay, I'm embarrassed to say this. I obviously have met Brandon's brothers and sisters, but just at different times. So I guess I never got a count in my head. 7 kids.
7.
Now,
And
where
then
are
my mom
you?
had, my mom had 1 before she met him, so I have 7 brothers and sisters, 8 total.
Right.
But my dad had 7
Okay.
on his own. I am the second oldest. And
You're the
I
second
have an older
oldest?
brotthey yeah.
Okay, now who's the youngest?
The youngest is a 17-year-old about to graduate
60
high
plus, my mom
school.
says. You're Asian or
And, well, I don't
Your
want to say
parents look so good, and they had 8 kids.
My dad still works out, man.
I know.
He's very active college football coach, so he's always running around working out. But we've never gotten that. In any of the photos he posts, never. Oh, you have such a beautiful family, because I think they see him as this elite, successful football coach. But I imagine, flip it around. Let's say you're not taking this picture in front of this nice house or anything. I imagine what people are going to say. Well, why don't you stop having babies? Blah blah blah.
And cut it. Take it off your face. Just when you put it on your
10 seconds. 1 minute.
I am Nicole Lynn Griffey.
My name is Matthew Felix.
I'm here because I need to lose weight and I need to be healthy.
My son is 5. His name's Evan, and I want to not only be there for when he's older, but be an active part of it.
Welcome back to DBL. Both Matthew and Nicole are in the home stretch of our 12-week Commit to Be Fit Challenge. And today, we're checking in with Matthew, who has found a new surprising love since starting this journey. Check it out.
All right, 291.8.
Feels great to be under 300 again.
Remind me of what your goal was.
About 290.
290.
So under 300 is nice, but under 290 will be great, and under 280 will be even better than that.
So you've grown to love 5Ks. DBL is going to take you to a specialized running store where you're going to get fitted for customized running shoes. So you can do 5Ks, 10Ks, 100Ks, whatever. How many Ks you want to do, you can do the Ks.
I'm looking forward to having the good equipment, and hopefully I don't burn them out too fast.
Hi. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Matt, I'm Kurt. So it's really important, especially when someone is getting started in running, that they have a shoe fit to them. Sometimes we have a tendency to just wear a size shoe that we have always worn, and it may or may not be the right size. So not only is the fit of the shoe really important, but getting in a shoe that's going to be the right level of support and comfort for someone can just mean more success for their races and running.
I never knew so much went into shoes.
So you comfortable with the treadmill?
Oh yes, use it 3-4 days a week.
All right, so what we're doing here is just a gait analysis. You can just a walking pace is fine. We'll do a 2. So what we're looking at right here is just a slow motion version of the gait analysis. While your weight's on that one foot, how your ankle's nice and straight. It's consistent through your left foot. Nice and straight, and this is what they call a neutral shoe. So there's no stability per se built in the shoe, so it's very neutral. It's based on cushion, and it looks really good on you.
All 3 pairs of shoes I tried were amazing. They all had different things that I liked, but the ones I picked just felt like I could run that much better and will be taking that much better care of my feet, which I'm going to need them if I'm going to keep doing these races.
We all know weight loss isn't just a physical journey, it's also a mental one. And later this month, we'll check in with Nicole as she sits down with Dr. Drew, and you don't want to miss the trauma he believes triggered Nicole's weight. And if you want to join DBL's Commit to Be Fit community, visit emilystrong.com/DBL. We'll be right back.
February is Black History Month, and DBL is honoring Black leaders who paved a way for future generations of Americans. Today, we honor Marseille Martin. She plays Diane Johnson in the ABC comedy series Blackish. But at the age of 15, she created, produced, and starred in the film Little, making her the youngest Hollywood executive producer in history. Her debut film highlights female empowerment and features all Black female leads.
Promotional consideration.
There.
New
Hampshire.
Who?
Primary. Yay! That worked out so well. We didn't even plan that out.
Not at all. Not at all.
Tori's going to kind of break it down, and I'm going to give you another side.
That's exactly right. So
like always.
If you guys don't know what's going on, we had Iowa, and that was a big disaster.
A joke.
A joke. So
Rolled out
now
on a platter.
Democrats are in New Hampshire. It's the second primary. And remember, we're right in the Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Vermont area. So they should do pretty well. State law in New Hampshire requires that the Secretary of State pick a date for the presidential primary that's at least a week ahead. Basically, they're going to have people vote and tell us what we think.
So this is the problem about New Hampshire. Everyone's getting mad because Trump in his speech yesterday said basically everybody who's a Republican go out and vote and mess up the numbers in the election, I guess the primary election.
Vote for the least.
And that's not actually the case. So undeclared voters, like you were about to say, can vote in New Hampshire. Some Republicans are undeclared because they go either way. So he's telling those people, suggesting they go out there.
He's trying to ruin the.
But I don't think that, like, if you're a registered Republican, you're not going down to those polls.
I don't think so either. Now, we do have, we're live, and we do have an incoming number for you, and I want to tell this to, incoming to Lindsay.
What is it?
Among black voters in New Hampshire, they have a poll out. Let me get this to you.
How much?
27% for Sanders.
Okay.
22% for Joe Biden.
Okay.
Which is huge because he failed. But 4% for Pete Buttigieg.
Now, people are saying that
among black voters.
People are saying that moderate Democrats are not understanding where to go because just because Joe Biden loses a lot of this attention, it's not going directly to Bernie, which is dividing the vote. So people are still kind of confused. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
But guess who's doing really well? Bloomberg. And guess who's not
Randomly,
there?
yeah.
Mayor Bloomberg is doing incredibly well in New Hampshire.
He's not even
chosen
there.
not to be there. Instead, spend money on digital ads that I think are working.
I saw that you tweeted one of his.
He's in everyone's heads without even being there. That's the kind of power you need if you want to really get a sea change of people who get to the polls. He's putting it all in for South Carolina. That's going to have a lot more black voters. He's really counting on that vote. This man is $80 billion.
And some pundits are saying this might go all the way down to Super Tuesday.
Correct.
And the Democratic Convention, which is in July. So
now, Henry
if it goes that far,
it goes far. Then
that's
we really
really
don't
far.
know.
But I think it could also split the vote and make people people need somebody to rally behind if you're going to go up against Trump in November.
Well, Henry Louis Gates just came out and said that the black vote might be headed, although stop and frisk was so unconstitutional under Mike Bloomberg, he's apologized for it, and he's a better fit than Pete Buttigieg. So they said the amount of black voters going to Bloomberg is really changing.
And Buttigieg is the only candidate that Trump hasn't directly attacked. And he did an interview this morning saying, well, I think he just doesn't know what to say.
He said he looked like the guy from Mad Magazine. And you know what Buttigieg said? I don't know. That must be a generational thing.
Low blow.
45.
Today's Sandals word of the day is sunglasses.
I never get the word of the day. Welcome back to DBL. Let's face it, your boss doesn't want you snoozing on the job. My boss is right here in my line of vision. So some companies are offering sleep incentives to keep you awake. We're chatting about it on today's Rise and Thrive, sponsored by SoClean. So here's a wake-up call. The lack of sleep costs our economy more than $400 billion a year. Wow. Companies are offering programs that include sleep monitoring and coaching, and a bonus for workers who consistently get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. For more ways to rest easy, go to SoClean.com or call 1-800-536-9175. Do y'all get enough sleep?
I've been waking up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning for Monday through Friday, and I can't go back to sleep. I wonder why.
Jay-Z woke up at 4:44, and that's why he made that album. So maybe he'll do something really creative.
Come out with a rap out.
That's great. Now, before we go, we also have to give a big DBL shout out to a very fast border collie named Pink. We want you to check her out whizzing through the course at a breakneck speed. Look at this, look at this. Showing everyone her mad skills on the course. This is Pink's third straight agility competition win at the Westminster Dog Show. And this was a personal best for the pooch, who clocked in under 30 seconds. I know that's impressive, but I do have to say something. I don't know if you guys know this. When I was in LA, I joined an agility club, and we have a little video of me, and you can see it.
Stop it.
Yeah,
No.
this is me and Barnaby, my dog.
No.
After this?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, you're
That's me.
Oh, you're good.
Isn't that cute? I should have shown mine first.
Wow, Tori. Every day I learn something new.
It's exactly the same. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.
There's an opener and a headliner.